sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Baltimore Ravens. On the visitor's sideline, Patriot head coach Mike Vrabel. His guys, well, they're struggling at this point in the year. Just 2 wins over their last 7. His counterpart on the Ravens sideline, John Harbaugh. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Oh, an absolutely filthy joke. He's got some space now. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for, because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Overcommitting in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And right there at the 25-yard line. So out comes the Patriots offense as they'll get their first shot at things here. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away, because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it. But otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the shotgun, it's May. And that is incomplete. Well, look at this Baltimore defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
8 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. And the rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Patriots, first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They run once more with Stevenson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
23-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
He's going to try and do this himself. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
First down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
From the shotgun, May with it. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Here's May. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams to defend in the red zone. You see the graphic. He's second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Robert Spillane able to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Jackson now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. You just saw the speed, folks, of Marcus Jones back there in a flash to drop him. The Ravens hit 10-4 on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Pats will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Offense gets set to go, and there's Ramondre Stevenson.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We're watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. They know they're able to throw pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To the air, May. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chain. Throwing here is May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They'll throw with May.
take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now inside the 25.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Lamar Jackson, 60 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson. Really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy's simply sensational.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
To throw, it's May.
Going deep for Diggs.
He still brings it in off the tip here on the deep shot. And John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. May looking to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Patriots.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
To the sideline and incomplete. Here, look at this Baltimore defense.
They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top?
And a nice stiff arm, and has room to run. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Again, it's Stevenson. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Patriots.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They're going to throw. May. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to the ground with Gibson. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be it.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Jackson sets up the screen to Robinson. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and
Here's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets
yards into enemy territory. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A give left side to Robinson. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 86 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Robinson up the middle. Dances by him. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. And the Baltimore first down.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
And goal.
Jackson. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now third and goal.
Third and goal. Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be fourth down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
26-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Oh, look at the juke. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. The tight end Henry here in motion. From the gun, it's May. That is caught. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for Patriots. First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, New England.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Short pass caught by Henry. Now a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw again. Left side caught by Diggs. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
It's a gain of 4.
Back to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
It's a gain of 18. And the Patriots
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
He'll look to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down.
For the field goal, a 39-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17.
17.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And, Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football. And the front, terrific job on the edge so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well.
Now it's Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here's Jones on the return. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Patriots take over. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 30, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's good for our Patriots. First down.
And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Tyler Luke now to try the field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Oh, the snap, a poor one, and this is blocked. Well, that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. To throw is Jackson. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Completes this one to Pickens. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. Now a 2nd and 2.
Out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
Again, Jackson. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And the Patriots are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Parker, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Possession back to the Patriots from Andre Stevenson, headed out with the offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
And the Patriots, first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
Double
dime.
it.
A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
And we saw that advantage right there. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And even 100 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing here is May. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. On the draw is Stevenson. Powering forward. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 4.
Here's May.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Patriots, first down. A gain of 15.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Stevenson will take this one in. Touchdown, Patriots. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Luke now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
Oh, good move. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And his ability to use his legs has given the defense fits when trying to game plan. He's currently second in the NFL in rushing yards by a QB. And he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Keon White make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protecting himself as best he could while completing the play.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Jackson now. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Christian Barmore busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. And that will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line.
The Patriots offense and Ramondre Stevenson getting set for this next drive. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. That's complete. Demario Douglas with it. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
13 yards on the play. And the Patriots first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe he starts to call more blitzes because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Antonio Gibson, 63 yards. And the Patriots are able to widen their advantage.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. Well, it shifts past him. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 130 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Jackson. A quick throw, but incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 30.
And the Baltimore first down.
Here's Jackson to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 15-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
At the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Play action. It's Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. Here's 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw again is Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3.
For a Baltimore first down. 1st and goal at the 3.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Jackson's going to keep it. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
At the Patriots' 8-yard line.
Jackson. And that'll be This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. They go play action with Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And this one is right through. And that will close the gap down to 14. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Pats offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show, as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. Well, the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. May. Short pass caught by Henry. The gain of 5. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
To throw, it's May. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And we give you a look there at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns. You can see he's 2nd best amongst NFL running backs at this point in the season. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he's able to skip away from that first defender on his way to a pickup of 5.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
A gain of 6. And the Baltimore first down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now it's Jackson. That is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Jackson will throw again. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Short pass caught by Henry. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 7. Going deep for Diggs. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. To throw is Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
It's a gain of 9.
They run the draw here with Robinson. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And some space here. Inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
On his loop for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Looking to throw. Jackson. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Throwing is Jackson. Now he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Again, Jackson. And it is caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 17-yard line.
17 yards. And the Baltimore.
Jackson now. And there's a quick throw caught by Andrews. 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4.
Jackson.
2nd and 6.
Right side, there's Likely with it. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 3.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A gain of 2. Brings up fourth.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. And he'll
will take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And this is secured by the Patriots. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On second down, here's the option. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First down, Patriots.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Patriots look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game, because they just gave up a touchdown. It's back to a two-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And this offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. A short throw caught by Andrews. And now hang on here. Looks like we have an injured player. Yeah, Mark Andrews is in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Now Jackson. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. Bateman's got it on the crossing route here. Here now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Hand off now to Robinson. He juked him. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Baltimore first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Jackson to throw. Complete to Likely. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards.
Here's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. New England's offense set to go. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and 12 at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He completes it to Henry. And that should do it. He's got a first down, and the Patriots can run it out from here.
And the Patriots, first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Pats, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.